Get consumer news 24/7 at myconsumerteam.com. Now, back to Pete Thompson and the Consumer Team.
The Consumer Team, back here on 1080 KRLD. Every weekend we are here with a two-part mission. First of all, to keep you current on what's going on in the consumer world, the good deals and the bad deals, recalls, rip-offs. We strive to bring you all the latest news. The other thing we do is connect you with businesses here in DFW that do a good job. You know, they're businesses we've checked out. They have good products or services, fair prices, and outstanding customer service. That is the Consumer Team. And unlike the big consumer services that come in from out of town, you know, they're in multiple cities, Angie's List, you know, they're all out there. They're nothing more than the Yellow Pages. They're the new Yellow Pages. Well, on this program, we're one town, Dallas-Fort Worth. Well, I guess that's two, but you know what I mean. We're North Texas. We're the home team, and it's going to stay that way. Glad you're with us today. More and more people these days are using online legal services to save money on legal fees. And, you know, on the surface, this makes sense because, hey, who isn't trying to pinch a penny here and there? But with some of the more important legal docs like wills, estate plans, important contracts, serious issues can come up when you use these template legal services. Why is this? Well, let's welcome Alan Maples, estate planning attorney from the team at Texas Retirement Specialists, to the Consumer Team. And Alan, these quickie legal services have cool names like LegalZoom. Still, I know you have to be very careful when you use them. Welcome to the Consumer Team.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, they do have cool names.
LegalZoom. I mean, Zoom. It's all done. It's like a Batman comic, you know, or something like that. But you have to be careful, right?
Right. Well, there's so many things that just make sense to have a professional help you. There's things that I can do personally. You know, I mean, I could do my own taxes every year, but I hire a CPA because a CPA has seen these situations. And
he's a specialist.
He's a specialist,
right.
Yeah, and he does it all the time. And so I wouldn't, even though I'm sure I'm capable of doing a tax return, that's not something that I do. And your estate plan is kind of the same way.
All right. Now, these LegalZoom and Rocket Lawyer type sites are form driven. I think, aren't they just template forms that they give you to fill out? As I understand it, and I've spent enough time with you to kind of understand where the problems are with this, isn't this a state to state thing? So if you don't get things right in Texas, you could have a problem with your will and estate plan. Talk about that.
Yeah, the laws are different in each state as far as estate planning goes. I mean, the laws regarding wills are different in Texas than they are in Oklahoma or New Mexico or any other state in the union. So there are specific laws, and you have to, a will would be valid in other states, but it doesn't necessarily take advantages of the system that's in place as far as the probate system and such. I mean, there's money saving and time saving if you do the will according to Texas law when it comes time to probate that.
So
will.
are you telling me if I used a LegalZoom, I might be saving a little bit of money now, but at the end of the day, at the end of that probate that might have to happen, it might be much more expensive?
Yeah, it may cost your family a lot of time and a lot of money in the future. I read a statistic, and it was actually from one of these do-it-yourself websites. It talked about how 80% of the forms that are filled out by people online like that are filled out incorrectly.
Wow.
So even if you have a good form document to begin with, oftentimes you're getting the wrong information in, and it creates conflicts within the document or ambiguities within the document. So you have to remember that at some point in the future, somebody's going to have to try to interpret what you have put in that document.
And there's a good chance you won't be here when they're interpreting.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Especially if it's a will, right?
Yeah, right.
You know, unlike a lot of retirement planning firms at Texas Retirement, you help people with the full 360 degrees of their life in retirement. So, you know, the wills and estate plans we're talking about, good example of that. You know, investments are important. Obviously, when you meet with Texas Retirement Specialists, they're looking at your investments, what you're doing, how to improve them. But it is these other areas like wills and estate plans that are very important and make up that 360 degrees that you can assist a consumer with at Texas Retirement Specialists. Talk about that if you would.
The first step is really just to talk with them. Their estate plan is their plan. What I want to find out is what is important to them, what their situation is. Then I can help them say, okay, well, these are the steps that we need to go through to make your wishes and your plans, get those put into place. Maybe you did a will 10 or 15 years ago. You can bring that in, and I can review that with you. If it does what you want it to do, I'll let you know that.
And unlike most lawyers that turn on the taxi cab meter from the minute you come into their office, you're not charging for this.
Right. Now, this is just something that we do for our clients here at Texas Retirement.
Alan Maples, estate planning attorney, part of the team at Texas Retirement Specialists. Thank you, Alan. And Texas Retirement, they have offices in Dallas and Fort Worth. So easy to get together with this great team, and they offer a complimentary retirement plan checkup. They'll look at your plan for retirement, your investments. They'll make recommendations on how you can improve your plan. They'll also look for ways for you to reduce risk, which is essential as you get closer and closer to retirement. And again, unlike the firms that work only with your investments, at Texas Retirement, they can help you manage the entire 360 degrees of your life in retirement. And that means helping you with Social Security, for example, getting the most from your benefits, getting signed up for Medicare properly. That's a great service. And also getting your wills and estate plans updated and correct, as we just talked about. So it is the full 360 degrees at Texas Retirement Specialists. And by the way, if you have over $500,000 in your 401k or other qualified retirement account, they can talk to you about the strategy that will allow you to get those dollars at 401k or other qualified retirement account tax-free. And for more information or to set up a time to get together with Texas Retirement Specialists, just give them a call at 888-7-PIGGY-BANK, 888-7-PIGGY-BANK. Coming up on the Consumer Team, how to get the most possible for your trade-in, how to get the best deal when you're shopping for a car. Richard Walsh from Auto Locators of Texas will be the guest. We'll also talk about how you can buy a car and pay about half of what that car costs new. I just did this, and we'll tell you about it next. A bit later, Ernie Sprance will file a report on the best used cars for teen drivers. Serving Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, and only Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, this is the Consumer Team, and we're coming back right here on KRLD.